Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been quite a while since I have given an update video, so I am sorry about that. However, the reason I haven't really provided an update is because there was really nothing to update you on. The last time I made a video, I had already had my SARPE surgery, I already had my braces on, and since that time, not a whole lot has changed up until now, which I will update you a little bit later on in the video. But prior to that, when you get your braces on, it's just very routine. You have go back to the orthodontist, I would say probably every 6 to 10 weeks, depending on, you know, the progress of your teeth and how everything's coming along. But besides that, you basically just go in. If you never had braces before, you may not know this, but basically you just go in for your routine appointments and they change out wires. They start you with a thin wire and then it progressively gets bigger and bigger. They also may use rubber bands or chains to close certain gaps within your teeth. So they have to just make small adjustments because they can't move anything too quickly. So you do have to go back quite frequently to your orthodontist. And what I would recommend is if you've never had braces, make sure you stick to your appointments. Don't miss them. If for some reason you can't make it, make sure you reschedule within plenty of notice, because the longer you delay your appointments, the longer your process of keeping your braces on is going to be. And they will also tell you that, but it's very important because nobody wants to keep braces on longer than they need to. So also make sure, you know, you're listening to what they say you can and cannot eat, because any type of broken devices, so for instance, if you eat something sticky or really hard when you're not supposed to, you know, one of your brackets, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, could fall off. You could break the wire, who knows? Anything could happen. Luckily, I haven't had any of those type of issues, but anything like that can also delay the progress. So that's the only advice I can really give when it comes to braces. Of course, they're not fun to wear. You know, they're painful, especially once you get them adjusted. The first 2 to 3 days are, your teeth are very tender, I should say. And then it goes away and it's back to normal. You know, the wires are poking you in certain places. So of course it's not fun, but it is just part of the process. Really, that's why I haven't updated you, because nothing has really changed. The only thing that's really changed besides, you know, just the normal routine stuff is I did get the Hyrax expander removed. I want to say that happened probably between 4 to 6 months ago. All they did was just cut it from the spacers that it was, I have spacers that it was attached to. So they just cut it and removed it, I guess once they felt like the bones were settled into place. Okay, so one thing I did want to mention is I did get my surgical hooks recently put on. So that is something they will have to do prior to having jaw surgery. So that's just a little heads up. It's just these little hooks that they have to put on in order to either wire your mouth shut, or they're for rubber bands as well. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, those aren't very fun to have, but I did just want to mention that because they did recently just put those on. So here is an update of how my teeth are looking with just the braces. So as you can tell, they have got a lot straighter, especially the lower teeth. And then here is my side profile. So besides that, nothing has really changed. I haven't seen my previous videos and maybe you're about to have jaw surgery, or they told you that you would need jaw surgery. You know, you can always go back and watch my previous videos to see, you know, how my experience has been so far, because I did have to have SARPE surgery and I'm going to have jaw surgery, which I guess I can go ahead and tell you. The exciting news is I got a date for my jaw surgery. So the question was, am I going to have just lower jaw surgery, just upper jaw surgery, or am I gonna have double jaw surgery? And the answer is I'm only having lower jaw surgery. They are only gonna have to move my lower jaw forward. So it is exciting and it is coming up very, very quickly. My surgery is scheduled for May 3rd and today is March 21st, 2021. So I believe that's about 7 weeks away. I could be wrong, but I think it's 7 weeks away. So just to recap, So back in August-ish area, not exactly sure when I got my palate expander, but that was the first process. I had to get a palate expander prior to having the SARPE surgery. So I got my palate expander put on, and then on August 5th, 2019, I had SARPE surgery, which is basically where they expanded the upper jaw because I did have a very narrow mouth. So they had to expand it. Then I got my braces put on after the SARPE surgery, which was around the last week of October of 2019. So a couple months after the SARPE surgery, then I got the braces put on. And then on December 23rd, I got the palate expander removed, and that's when they put the Hyrax on, which the palate expander is very bulky because you have to turn it. And then the Hyrax is just a very thin, kind of think like a retainer, but it's just like a thin piece of metal that's basically keeping the jaw, because they did the expansion, keeping it expanded basically so it doesn't close back to being narrow. So I had that on from that part, the Hyrax, from December 2019 up until about, I would say, September 2020. So probably almost a year I kept that on. And then going forward, May 3rd, I will have my lower jaw surgery. So it is very exciting and I'm very nervous about it at the same time. However, they did explain that the recovery is going to be very similar as it was to the SARPE surgery. So the SARPE surgery was pretty intense. My face was super swollen. I had to be on a liquid diet for a certain period, then I had to go to soft foods, and then move my way up to eating regular again. But it was pretty intense. So they said the recovery is going to be very similar to the SARPE surgery, and it is only going to be on the lower jaw. So he did say there's a possibility that they will have to wire my mouth shut, but they're not for sure until they actually get in there, and he'll know once they're doing the surgery. Basically, if they need to stabilize the jaw, then they will wire it shut. Otherwise they won't need to. And then also he did say that I'll have like rubber bands and stuff. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. But prior to the surgery, I do have to go back to the surgeon to do surgical models. And then I have to go again back to him to do the pre-registration for the hospital. I have to do the pre-testing, and then I have to meet with the surgeon and anesthesiologist. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So I have to meet with them before the surgery, and then he's gonna do like measurements and everything of my teeth to make sure that when they move the jaw, everything's lined up where it needs to be. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come and give you guys an update. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I will do my best to answer them. I guess we'll just see how it goes. So wish me luck, and I will see you guys in a few months after I have my jaw surgery. Bye.